Hi, my name's Janet Chapman from Crowd2Map, and I'm talking about how mapping can help protect girls from female genital mutilation. So for FGM is the cutting of female genitalia for cultural or religious reasons, and it's illegal in Tanzania, but widely practiced, particularly in the areas shown. Girls are rounded up during a cutting season in the long school holidays and subjected to this. And every year, many of them bleed to death and die. So we've been working over the last 6 years of Crowd2Map with local activists such as FGM survivor and activist Roby Samweli, who does outreach work and also has safe houses to protect girls who are refusing to submit to this. However, this is in rural Tanzania where the maps are not complete. So in the area shown here, 10,000 people lived, not shown on any map. So girls can't find the safe houses and safe house staff can't find them. So activists need maps. So Crowd2Map was set up 6 years ago as a volunteer program mapping rural Tanzania. So now we have over 16,000 volunteers, and we've mapped over 5.4 million buildings. And we've also set up youth mapper chapters in many areas of Tanzania. And we set up a digital champion group. So these are women in each village of 3 different districts in Mara, Serengeti, Butiama, and Tarime. And so they have played a very big role in mapping their communities. So each woman had never used a smartphone before, but she was selected by the Women and Children's Protection Committee and then trained how to use a phone, which we provided, how to map, how to report gender-based violence using ODK, but also how to empower her community and particularly girls more widely. So they had an initial training, and then they were added to a WhatsApp group for ongoing training and so on. So we also did training with the local police and activists how to use the maps that we've created to quickly find girls at risk. Typically, the activists would or the police would get a phone call in the middle of the night saying girls are about to be cut in this village. Before we started, that village wasn't on any map. There's no road signs, no street lights, very difficult to find it. Now they can use apps like Maps.me or organic maps that work offline to quickly route themselves to exactly where they need to be. Also, FGM in Mara region and elsewhere is a tribal issue, and tribes are divided into different clans. Which clans are cutting at a particular cutting season changes. So when Roby and others are planning their interventions, it's really important to know which clans are involved. So using the data from the digital champions and others, we've produced maps like this showing the location of the different clans in Serengeti district. And Roby estimates that having better maps has helped saved over 3,000 girls from FGM. So lessons learned. Engaging communities in rural Tanzania is extremely difficult. There are multiple challenges, as you might imagine. There's challenges for digital champions charging their phone, getting online. These were women with very low levels of literacy often. English was not widely spoken. The phones, this was done on a shoestring budget, so the phones that we were able to provide were $30 smartphones, so technical issues. All right, but we started in Serengeti in 2019 and it's still ongoing, so huge progress. People love seeing a map of their village for the first time. Here you can see some of the group in one village pointing out what the map is on, shows now and what is still missing. So it's an ongoing process. Training opportunities are hugely appreciated. So these, many of the communities that we're working with are in very remote rural areas. They don't get the chance for training very often. So they very much appreciate this. So a lot of the training that we've done is at quite a basic level about using smartphones right for the first time, using mobile apps. But we've also done training with youth mapper groups and other community groups using laptops. And women have additional challenges when it comes to training. So we've particularly noticed that in university groups, when there is a small number of equipment, it does tend to be the men that dominate. So, and many roles in Tanzania are traditional. Women have many different domestic duties. So it's often hard for them to get involved in mapping activities, which is one reason why we particularly selected women to be the digital champions. Building long-term relationships is really key for any mapping program like this. So we've been working with many different community groups over the last 6 years, people like Red Cross, Agri Tamani, youth mappers, etc. And we're really pleased that many of them, 7 of them, were selected to get micro grants very recently. So we've been doing ongoing training, sometimes face-to-face, but more often via WhatsApp, via Zoom, and so on. So that's a quick overview of what we're doing in Tanzania and how it can help girls. So if you're interested, please do get in touch. We have a fantastic Slack channel. The details are there. Thank you.